Hi, my name is Lilian Alex from Tanzania, based in Arusha region. I am a law graduate by profession and currently working as a programs officer with the East African Civil Society Organizations Forum, an umbrella body for the civil society in East Africa region. During my time as a scholar, I had the opportunity to learn much about international laws and now privileged to work with an international organization where I have gained much exposure on matters to democracy, governance, peace and security, and trade. I am very much eager to share my experience and open to learning new things in new environments. The first corona case in Tanzania was recorded early March 2020, and ever since, the government has taken serious steps to ensure that the spread is being controlled and the spread is being contained from the citizen at large. Some of the steps the government has taken was the shutting down of external movements, the citizen moving from Tanzania to other external countries, and also foreigners coming in from outside Tanzania who have completely been stopped by shutting down of airports and border posts. Secondly, it was creating of awareness all over the country. The government has made an effort to create awareness to the citizen on the necessary steps to be taken to contain the spread of the virus in the country. The awareness has been emphasized on wearing of masks, washing and sanitizing of hands, and also avoiding public areas unnecessarily. And this has taken much it's taken much awareness, and much steps have been done all over the country, in urban and also in rural areas, where most citizens have been emphasized to have water at the entrance of their houses and offices to ensure that everyone coming in and going out is washing their hands and sanitizing their hands while they come in and while they leave. Thirdly, the government has ensured the shutting down of public areas and abolition of public events such as weddings, funerals, where there is normally large mass of citizens and crowded areas, and this has muchly been stopped in the country so as to also ensure the stopping of the virus spread in the country. And thirdly, the police has carried out police raids in public areas, in areas such as bars, in areas such as clubs, where they are ensure that they've stopped this by raiding people who have been going to these areas so as to stop or to ensure the stopping of the spread of the virus in the country. But apart from this, as a country, as a developing country, we still face much challenges where we have insufficient medical facilities. As a developing country, our medical facilities are not sufficient to actually regulate the situation with the corona spread in the country. Given that the circumstance that corona is also a new disease, there is much that is needed, much help that is needed to support the medical facilities in the country so as to ensure that the spread of the disease is contained. But also, secondly, we see that poverty has also come in as an issue because the government has to date not applied total lockdown of movement of citizens in the country. And this is purely because the movement of citizens in the country will, the total lockdown of citizens from moving out of their homes will lead to much poverty, since an average Tanzanian is basically depending on the daily income from their daily activities that they carry out. So total lockdown will leave most, if not all, citizens hungry and dying of hunger within their homes. In 2018, I was among the selected visitors by the US Embassy in Tanzania for the International Visitor Exchange Program under the topic Countering and Preventing Violence Extremism in Tanzania. And during this, I had the opportunity to visit the United States of America for 10 days, and among the states I visited was Charleston, North Carolina. My visit in Charleston was of much impact and of much merit to I personally, to my profession and also to the work I do in my community. One of the institutions we managed to visit was the American Civil Liberties Union. And in this institution, we got to learn much about the civil society work that has been done in Charleston. And I can say the major lesson I learned from here was the power of the civil society and in the US to influence the making of policies and laws in the society. But second, the other institution we managed to visit was the African Methodist Episcopal. Well, this was the church where the 2015 massacre happened, and there was loss of lives, a lot of lives. An outcome of this massacre, it brought in together the different races in Charleston, and both races were all meeting and worshiping together regardless of their races, and this was very important for the people to actually be as one. And finally, we had an opportunity to also visit the Charleston County Sheriff's Office. This was quite a privilege, and it was quite impactful as well to learn from the law enforcement on the various and different activities they carry out. And from here, we clearly learned the steps the police use. I can say the way the police in Charleston work together with the citizen in ensuring the countering of violence extremism in the community. And that was very essential and important to see that the police were also open-minded and also welcoming to the people to ensure that they're countering violence extremism. So generally, my visit in Charleston was very much of impact to my career, to my experience, and to my work that I do in my community. I got to learn much from the developed country and how they actually get to do various things, get to counter and get to regulate various scenarios in their community, and that was very impactful. I got to network and meet a number of people, the fellow international visitors program students I were with, and also the people we met from the different institutions in Charleston were much impact to me personally, and also to my career and to the work I do in my community. And that was quite an experience, I can say, and I'm also looking forward to a second visit in Charleston.